and welcome to See You Too. Everybody can stick around. We'll see Sandra in a little bit. Thank you both. So I'm Martha McCallum. Good afternoon, everybody. The story is this. Don't look away from any of this for a second, folks, because these races are moving. Our brand new Fox Power rankings are tracking them as Democrats start shifting their message now, trying to scramble for votes in places that they thought were locks for them. Take a look at this. This surprising New York governor's race, where the once comfortable incumbent, Kathy Hochul, is in a bit of trouble here, as Congressman Lee Zeldin nudges this race now from what was a solid Dem in that column. Now it is just likely Dem. So these are moves that we watch very closely. Hochul's now trying to recalibrate, scrambling to say that everyone deserves a, quote, subway ride that is without fear after this horrific scene that we watched over the past several days and so many other beatings that have frightened New Yorkers. These two races are also shifting. Sean Patrick Maloney, head of the Democrat Congressional Campaign Committee, he's a very influential, important Democrat, and he's from New York, is now in danger of potentially losing that seat to Mike Lawler of the GOP, who you may have seen on just moments ago with Sandra. Then you've got John Katko's seat. He's a Republican leaving office. It looks like it could now stay in GOP control in what is considered to be a part of New York State that could easily go to the Democrats. And these are places that Joe Biden won by double digits. So Republican Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis is running against Democrat Max Rose, who lost his seat in 2020. Hello, Congressman Malliotakis. Good to have you here today.
Good morning.
Good
afternoon.
Good afternoon. I know it's a quick day, right? So you're running against Max Rose. He's a former congressman. This race we have at 49 to 43 in some of the recent polling among, this is a Siena poll actually, among likely voters. Why do you think we're starting to see this shift as we get within 2 weeks away from Election Day, Congresswoman?
Sure. My seat's a seat that we flipped 2 years ago. We need to hold on to it for us to take back the House. I think that you're seeing these districts that are now trending more Republican because people in New York are fed up and tired of what is going on. They see that one-party Democrat rule at the city, the state, and the federal level has not served us. We see skyrocketing crime. We have high taxes that are making New Yorkers flee to red states. We have people like Kathy Hochul in office and Max Rose who actually supported these bail laws. They had no problem up until this year when it became an election year to support these policies that have made us less safe. And Kathy Hochul, to this day, refuses to fix the radical bail law. So New Yorkers want to change in New York. They want to see public safety restored. They have to support Lee Zeldin. Just the other day, somebody with 20 prior arrests, he was out on parole for attempted murder, and he shoved somebody in front of a train track. This is the kind of stuff we're going to see, we are seeing on a regular basis, and we will continue to see if we continue to have one-party rule in our state.
Yeah, it's very disturbing, and we see it time and again. People who have a history of breaking the law, and in many cases their own families, in this man's case, believed that he was not safe to be on the streets. They feared him themselves. Why are there so many people who are unstable on the streets of New York right now, Congresswoman?
Well, first of all, they're career criminals, right, that have been released back onto our street due to the dangerous laws put in place. You have people like Kathy Hochul and Max Rose who supported even paroling murderers and rapists back onto the street. Thankfully, we've been able to stop that so far. But you also have Governor Cuomo, who closed mental health beds in our state. And so more people are on the streets, and it's a revolving door. They're coming out of jail, and they're not getting the mental health treatment that they need to protect either themselves or other people. And so that's really the core of the issue, and they are not doing anything to address it. You saw Mayor de Blasio put a $1 billion in a Thrive NYC, where we're still wondering where that money is.
Yeah.
The Department of Justice should investigate it, quite frankly. But again, every disaster that we're seeing right now, whether it's at the southern border, whether it's inflation, the economy, rising food costs, public safety, all created by Democrats. And the only way we're going to fix it is if we restore a balance 2 weeks from today. And people will want to help us do that. Go to NicoleForNY.com.
All right. Max Rose has also been invited to join us here. We hope he will do that. Nicole Malliotakis, thank you very much. Good to see you today.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.